inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. It's a party. It's a party now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Elliott running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 3's the wide 83. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 80. Check. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Gain of 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's the way. Share.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Under 10. 10.
On the counter, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jets 7,
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Just like that. Just like that.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40, the 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check!
On 2nd down, it's Bell trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
We got double up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Ficken's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Don't let him breathe. Here we go, 47.
Elliott.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check safety.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
It's easy work, and it's coming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go. 53, Mike, 53. I got you.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watch out, watch out. Watch out.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch 54. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On the return comes Cobb. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch the slant.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
You got him. You
Tackled
got him.
by Jordan Willis.
Got him.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. First down, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Man open, here is Crowder. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on,
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Elliott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Blue Dan.
Again, it's Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Mike 55.
Mike 55.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now Cobb to return. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tight dog.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Crowder now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You can't block me.
Toss play to Balaj. Runs through the contact. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
5 down. Stand up in. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Well, by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. On first and 10, Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They'll run on first down. Bell, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
55 is Mike, guys.
Here's Darnold. And able to connect with Berrios. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Here we go.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's another Jets first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Come on, baby.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Come on. Yeah, buddy. That's how you hit. That's how you hit. That's right.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
Complete to Amari Cooper. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, Slayton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Silver.
Shift.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick. That one was never in doubt.
We're going
The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Bell, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
55. 57.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Darnold. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Check. Deuce. Check 26. No. Off.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Set the tones, defense. Set the tones. Let's go.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Kalen Balaj, his third touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
The score, Jets 24, Cowboys 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the... See if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? So they're forced to punt on